everybody, this is Leonie. I've come to do your weekend guidance. I hope you're all good and well. This is for the collective energies, and this is for the, where are we? From the 8th to the 10th of July 2022. I had to think of the date then. I'm going to be using the Arcanum Tarot, and I will pull you some angel prayers at the very end to give you that final message as well. Remember, it's not going to be for everybody, so just take what resonates only with you. Okay. Before I started, I was seeing I was actually traveling on a road. This is what they're showing me at the moment. So again, take it as it resonates for you. But they're actually showing me a long, windy road here. And it looks blank either side. So it's kind of like, I don't know if we're in America or there's links to America here or something along those lines. But it's kind of like these long, windy roads facing towards some mountains or some valleys or something along those lines as well. Very picturesque from a distance, but there's definitely that opening up here as well. But this could be symbolic for a lot of you as well, and I'm seeing kind of like you're on the right path with this. Okay, for those that need to hear it, you are on the right path. It doesn't look like there's any obstacles in your way now, so it should be, you know, although it's bendy, twisty, windy, it's still a good smooth run to the, you know, to that new doorway, that new opening. Some of you, yes, could be traveling or thinking about traveling or going away. If you've got links to Edinburgh or Scotland, but also I'm seeing America here as well. So like I say, there could be those links going on as well. So I don't know if some of you are taking a trip or thinking of taking a trip here as well. But the road ahead does look a lot smoother than what you've been through. So I just feel like I needed to bring that through. That you know, it never ever makes any sense to me. But you know, when people say to me, you know, how do you know this? How do you know that? That's just my trust in spirit and, you know, the energy that they're pulling through. But I just, you know, I'm just sitting quite comfortable now, and that's how it feels. I feel kind of comfortable about where I'm headed, where I'm going. There's no worries, there's no stresses, and some of you just need to hear that, you know. So I'm going to see what the tarot brings out now. So, you know, like I say, take what resonates for you. Okay, some of you just need to hear the message, you really do. So any stresses or strains that you've got going on right now, just trust your journey, trust in a process, because the road ahead is a lot smoother than what you've been through. Okay. But even with oncoming challenges, right, you know, for those that, I feel it's just more up here than externally. So it's about looking at things from a different point of view, a different angle as well. So let's just see, what do we have then, Spirit, please, with the tarot? Let's just see. I never know where this is going or where it's ending up. So, Five of Cups. So, some of you could be grieving here over some kind of loss, or going through a period of loss, or feeling like you're losing. Some of you may be losing battle or feeling like you're losing battle. But this is generally a card of yeah, just feeling lost. I'm feeling lost with this. I'm feeling so blank. I'm feeling down. I'm feeling it not in a great place. Okay, but I do feel with that road and that image coming through, plus the cups here, that something good is going to come out of this. Okay, so there's something positive throughout your situation, or something good that's going to come out of the challenges that you've been in, you know. And I just feel like I've got to settle your feelings and emotions with this, and actually it's kind of like I've got to pick you up, I've got to dust you down, and I've kind of got to look at things from another perspective here. Okay, so I do feel, you know, if this is people, if this is losses over relationships, over I feel it's more relationships, if I'm honest. Okay, I do feel it's more relationships, and maybe some of you are trying to weigh things up with relationships, feelings, emotions as well. You know, focusing on the negatives rather than the positives, focusing on what you'll lose rather than what you'll gain as well. So, you know, there's definitely some and ahhing that's going on here, but there is light at the end of the tunnel here. The clouds will clear as soon as you kind of pick your energy up, and because I do feel it's kind of low at the moment. It is some kind of grief or loss or going through that kind of energy right now. Let's just see. Four of Swords. So yeah, look how dark these are at the moment, but that must be the energy that you've been in. But for this weekend, I feel like, yeah, you may be sitting there weighing up things, but there's a time needed for rest here to gather your thoughts in a healthier way. Some of you may need to meditate, get yourself grounded a little bit so that you can see that clarity. Some of you have been little bit of a prisoner in your situation, whether that's a mental prison or whether that's just even in a prisoner of some form of relationship in some way as well. Whatever the case is, the Four, it indicates that need for balance and bringing back some kind of stability, maybe within your foundations here in some kind of way, your thoughts, okay, because it has been a little bit unstable with that Five of Cups, and you have kind of, like I said, been overwhelmed with a lot recently. And yeah, you may be focusing on the negatives rather than the positives, hence keeping yourself prisoner in your own mind here. But by meditating, by getting yourself grounded, taking that rest that you need, clarity is going to come in for you, and you're going to gain that sense of direction here as well. I do feel like, you know, yeah, you've got mind fog going on at the moment. You can't see things very clearly because it's so chaotic around you, and your thoughts are taking over more than anything, and so you're unable to trust your gut a little bit more. So it's just, yeah, if you can get yourself grounded and get yourself focused, take that time out, that rest that you need. Some of you may be being blocked by people as well. I do need to say that, you know, whether this is you blocking people out or people blocking you, but someone's definitely kind of feeling lost in this kind of energy. Let's have a look, let's see. Five of Wands, yeah, there's some kind of tug of war or some kind of battle here, and ahhing, you know, no movement in a situation because there could be arguments, disagreements around, you know, the Five, again, another Five, so Five must be important. Things may have kicked off in around May as well, you know. Could be between two males here, if I'm honest. You know, there's a lot of masculine energy here. All of these in these cards are males. Okay, all of them. It doesn't have to be. You could be dealing with a very masculine feminine, you know, or it could be an ego thing as well. Okay, maybe your ego is kicking in and you're not caving in over something, or you're being a little bit stubborn over something, or some people are being a little bit stubborn over something, so that's where there's lack of movement. So there needs to be some kind of release or cut a tie somewhere along the line here. But I do feel with that Five of Cups, somebody is still stuck on some hurt and some pain or some kind of loss, or they're unable to break free from something anyhow. That's a general how they're feeling. Okay, you might even be dealing with somebody like this, or have somebody around you who's going through this process right now as well, you know. Let's just see. Yeah, Tower. There's a lot of fear here. There's a lot of fear with foundation. What did I say? Foundations. It's got to be to do with some foundations. Foundations have been crumbling. This could be to do with a home situation. It could be... yeah. Could be to do with a home situation, some kind of loss around a home situation. Could be to do with a male in your life. It could be to do with relationships. How someone's feeling right now, fed up of going around in circles and battles, and you know, but there's a lot of fear with the Tower card. This is kind of like the rug being pulled from under your feet as well. So it could be mind games going on here in some respect, but that could be your own thoughts and feelings playing tricks on you as well. It's definitely a storm going on here. Could be quite heated at times as well. It could be quite fiery, it could be quite heated, quite could really push you to your limits, and that's how you could be feeling right now. Somebody could be causing arguments, disagreements, but whatever it is, it's keeping you prisoner. But that could be that devil energy. It hasn't come out yet, but they're showing me the devil card. So it could be quite a toxic situation, whether that's, again, your own toxic thoughts, feelings, surroundings, people, habits, cycles. You know, you could be kept prisoner because of that. So there's some kind of fear that you've got to face here. And you've got to pick your energy up so that you can deal with this instead of going around in circles all the time. I feel, you know, someone's really cocky here. Look how stubborn and cocky this person is. Someone just won't let go. They're tugging at you. It's a no-win situation when it's like that. It really isn't. Someone's got to let go of some ego here and just kind of help themselves to be released from this internal or external prison that they're in. Somebody's losing a battle here. That's how it feels. And with that Tower, this could feel like you're losing it all, or some people may feel like they've lost the plot, or some people could this could even be a house loss or something along those lines as well. Everything's going up in smoke, or it feels like it's going up in smoke. Again, for some of you, okay, not for everybody, and I don't want to predict that, but be careful when you play with fire. There could be accidents here. There could be accidents in the home in some way, shape or form here, so just be cautious of that. Okay. Queen of Wands. There's a need to take control. There's a need to take action here. There's a need to follow what feels right. Act, put boundaries in place, take action instead of thinking about things. And this is where things are going to start turning around for you when you take action. It really is. And this is you stepping into a new doorway, a new pathway. Like I saw, some of you could be on a new journey here, or starting a new journey. With that road at the beginning that I was seeing, you know, the current energy is kind of heavy. There's a lot of battles, there's a lot of tug of war. Some of you could be moving. You could be leaving a situation behind. Something, there's definitely something to do with a home here. And I don't know if there's accidents in a home, because I am noticing a fire here as well, and I don't want to predict that for anybody, but it's showing up for whatever reason. And this may lead you on to a new destination, a new pathway, a new home. Whatever this is a brand new beginning just around the corner, because when we get the Tower, we have to rebuild. We have to rebuild from scratch. Some of you may be even moving into a derelict property, okay, and being really stressed out about it, trying to rebuild from scratch, okay. Again, don't know where that's come from, but that's for somebody here, okay. But with the Five of Cups, what do we have with the Five of Cups? Okay. Well, all I see is things are going to start looking up for you when you start to take action and when you take control. I feel like you haven't had control for a little while, hence the need to relax a little, take that time out, take that rest that you need, because I just feel generally really tired and drained. There we have it. I knew it was there somewhere, and I saw that earlier, the devil. So yeah, you're kind of looking at all your losses rather than your gains, all the negatives rather than the positives in the situation. And even if your foundations are crumbling around you, or you feel like you're losing it all, it's to send you on that new pathway, because you've been stuck in this tie, this cycle, this pattern, this toxic situation for so long. Okay, so you know, if this is to do with relationships in the home, you know, there could be some form of breakup, separation, tie cutting, and a female here could be doing the work, could be leaving, could be walking, could be. But this devil energy is just sucking the life out of you. This is saying to you that you can't move on, you can't change, you can't do nothing about this situation. It keeps you tied and bound to the energy completely. And this is why you're feeling down and low and stressed and pressured, and you're not seeing the positives in the situation, and that there are new doorways and new fulfillments coming in for you and around you. You're not seeing the positives. Okay, all you're seeing is the emptiness and feeling the emptiness of the whole situation. Okay, but that devil, look at that. It's a real dark card. This is very, very strong energies. This is saying, I've got you, I've trapped you. It's saying you're tied up. It's saying you can't move from this situation. It's saying you can't take that step out of that doorway because, you know, there's a fire. Again, why am I seeing fire? Maybe you were dealing with fire signs. I don't know. But that is the steps leading out to freedom. You've just got to get past this obstacle here, okay? And I do see that as, you know, it's not even real, it's not even there, it's just an energy, but it's keeping you tied to the situation. And I do feel like once you take those first steps and face your fears here, you're going to start seeing some positive changes around you. I don't like that energy at all, I really don't like. Some of you could be dealing with a prison situation. Some of you could be facing prison. Okay, and that's completely different story. With the Five of Cups, that's disappointment, but I feel that could be disappointment with yourself for whatever you've gone through or whatever you've done, or it could be a karmic situation where it catches up to you, and some of you could be facing prison here because the devil, look, I'm seeing a prison cell with this, I'm seeing a prison cell with this, and the Tower is a shock. It is foundations crumbling. This is your whole world crumbling around you. So, you know, if you've done any wrongdoings, it's catching up to you. It really is catching up to you. You could be having a female who is pushing forward with proceedings in some kind of way here as well. Somebody's going down. Somebody's definitely going down. It's definitely a new pathway, an unexpected pathway for that particular storyline. Definitely is. On the bottom of the deck, underneath the Four of Swords, we've got the World card. And that's what you don't see. It's going to change everything. It's going to help you to break free from something, okay, even if that's truth and lies coming out, and whatever it is, it's going to push you forward. Again, this is a card of moving as well. Some of you may be traveling, maybe moving home. So if going back to this whole foundation thing, the home situation, if there's some kind of accident or something in the home, there's definitely a movement forward here, and there's definitely a new cycle, there's definitely a new move, and heading in a new direction here. And I do feel with this World card, you're being looked after, you're going to be guided throughout the process, and there's a lot of protection in place here. So with all the worries and stresses and strains that you're going through, and even it's gonna be a little bit of mental, I don't want to say torture, it could be mental torture here. You're not going to see why anything happens, and if there are accidents, there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. But it's going to push you onto fresh new ground, fresh new soil, fresh new location, fresh everything. Really is. 5 of Wands, let's just see what's going on there. I know this video is going on a little bit, so I do apologise, I really do. There's multiple different storylines here, and it's hard to get them all out to you, and I'm really going with the strongest ones at the moment. Okay, but it generally seems like grieving over some kind of loss, put it that way, to do with the home, foundations, could be relationships here as well. Okay, and there's a tug of war kind of battle, and it does feel like you're losing battle. As we know, that is just an energy with that Devil card. It's just an energy, and that's not reality. As with everything in life, there are always choices, there's always decisions, there's free will in every step we take. Yes, we've got obstacles around us like that dictate certain moves, but they're not forever. They're not forever. But there is a whole new cycle there for you. There is travel, there is movement, there is moving forward, there is moving home here as well. I do see that. But you are protected. Whatever you're going through, you're very well protected. Look at that. This is for your spiritual guidance. This is for your spiritual pathway. This is for your growth. Okay, this is for you to learn a few lessons, whatever those lessons may be. Okay, maybe to let go of ego here as well. You know, not be so cocky about everything and everyone in your life. You know, it's an appreciation thing as well for some of you. You know, you've actually got a lot, or had a lot around you of positives, but you haven't maybe been appreciating those at all. So lots of spiritual lessons that you're going through right now, and some of you have to let go of that control rope. Some of you have to go with the flow. Well, all of us have to go with the flow, to be fair, but this is you progressing on your spiritual journey, and that is you growing from this experience, but that is also you turning your life around, focusing on those positives and growing from the negatives that you've endured or what you're going through. This is you growing on every level and changing how you view things and changing how you respond to things. It's about learning to master your emotions as well throughout the challenges, and this is a hell of a challenge. Really is. It's going to test your faith with that Temperance card. It really, really is. But again, I see lots of light coming through for you. Lots of healing. Lots of healing. And you're going to need to remain grounded and focused and strong, and you know, but it is going to be tested here with that. This is underneath the Tower card. So with each of these dark cards that I'm pulling through, there is a lighter card. So the light is going to outweigh the dark here. So whatever darkness situation you're going to be in at the moment, if your foundations are crumbling around you, if this is your health, if this is your home, if this is relationships, whatever the case, you are to remain calm, to keep your peace on every level, to let as much stress go as possible and just trust your journey, because you know you've got spirit guiding you there and looking after you, and it may not feel like it, but they are, and your faith is really going to be tested here in some kind of way. It's kind of like, I can't deal with it kind of moment, that, you know, I've had enough. And it's really going to play some mind games with you. I feel, you know, I'm overwhelmed here, and it's coming across as, you know, there's going to be tears here. There is going to be tears. There's going to be heightened emotions, and it's going to be hard for you to see those positives with that Five of Cups. It is going to be so hard and difficult, and it may feel like you've got nothing or nobody. I don't know who this is for, and I don't wish this upon anybody, but this is for a massive brand new uplifting change for you. You are not going to see the reasons why this is happening straight away. You're going to have to go through the process, taking one step at a time, and you're going to have to go through those gates of hell to reach that bright light on the other side. But throughout this whole journey and this whole process, you are being guided, you are being looked after, and you are to keep the faith no matter what. Okay, keep strong with that Queen of Wands. Look at that. Healing. Healing comes after the Tower card. It really does. Healing and wish fulfillment. You are going to see, you're going to be illuminated. You're going to see things differently. You're going to appreciate everything and everyone. You are going to, there is a wish fulfillment at the end of this for you. Whatever you've been asking for in your life, it's coming in a dramatic way. It really is. And you're going to need to remain strong. You're going to need to remain focused and continue to move forward with your passion, with understanding, with strength, with courage. All of the above. And you're going to need to keep the balance on every level. Both of these cards are keeping a balance, not pouring from one cup to another. It's keeping a balance between head and heart. Between fact and fiction as well, I do need to say. You're gonna, it's gonna feel kind of trapped. Why did I look at the bottom? Look at that. Balance. The scales are going to be balanced here in some way. Maybe you've had a lot of bad luck. Maybe you've been just going around in circles for far too long, and this is the universe's way of really sorting this out for you. And like I say, maybe you won't understand what's going on, and you'll feel like you're living in a hellish situation right now, and you'll feel like you've lost it all, and it will play games with you. But you've got to keep strong, you've got to keep focused, and you've got to keep your faith every step of the way. It's going to test you. So let's just see what else there is. The scales are being balanced anyhow. It's a karmic situation. Take a step back. Take a step back from everything that's not serving you. So that is your worries, your stresses, your strains. What did I say about keeping the peace within your own mind throughout the process as well? But look at that protection around you. But it's also trying to clear your mind as much as possible. Okay. This could be, yeah, definitely losses. But there's definitely, when the Leap of Faith card comes out, that reminds me of the Fool card. So this is a brand new journey that you'll be going on. You're going to need to take that leap of faith and really, 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 really trust yourself, your intuition, your guidance, those gut feelings, every part of it, because there's a wish fulfillment coming at the end of this for you as well. Again, you're going to be guided, you're going to be looked after. So this is just repeating what I've said anyhow to you. But with the purple coming through, that is that divine guidance. So a lot of you, when you are sleeping, will have a lot of wacky kind of crazy dreams, so just make note of those. I'm really sorry this video is long. I'm sorry, I don't usually go on like this, but it's obviously needed today for some reason. There you go, signs from heaven. What did I say? And that flew out of the deck. So look out for your dreams, look out for just random guidance information coming down, downloads, songs flashing up on the radio, feathers around you, showing you that support, that you're not alone as well. Just every form of spiritual, you know, awareness. You may even be feeling sensations of spirit around you as well. So, you know, I'm feeling really lightheaded and dizzy here, so it's really going to affect somebody's health. So again, just keep the faith every step of the way. Keep as positive as possible throughout. Keep yourself grounded and balanced on every level for whatever you're going through. Okay, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and this is going to push you on a new journey completely. And it, like I say, there's movement all around happening, and it's a whole massive change for you. So it's going to require you to keep a whole lot of strength throughout the journey. And you know, that devil is non-existent really. You've just got to rise above the negativity that's going around you and see things on a spiritual level. Okay, so I'm going to leave that with you. I hope that helps you. I hope that makes sense. I wish you the very best of luck. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know how that resonates with you. I always love to hear your stories. Okay, so I'm going to leave that with you. Have a really good weekend, and that's the energies for today. Thank you.